What's going on, you guys? This is New York Adventure in 1994 here, and today is Tuesday, March 26th, 2024, and we have some crazy breaking news that happened like very early today. So, the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore collapsed early this morning at like 1:30 in the morning, and it had to do with the fact that a cargo ship like bumped into it and then the bridge just like crashed into Baltimore Harbor. Yeah, this happened at Baltimore, guys. The Key Bridge just like fell into the ocean once the cargo ship hit it. And there was 8 of a construction crew that fell into the water with it when the bridge fell into the water. So this collapse happened at like 1:30 in the morning. I was asleep by then. But this is really crazy of what's going on here. And the search continues for 6 other people, and 2 people have been saved and 1 person was critically hurt. And I don't know about the deaths or the injured that happened during this, but hopefully it's not in serious amount of numbers. But the bridge collapse itself is really serious, so this is a very serious situation right here. And this place of all places, it had to be Baltimore. I really can't believe it happened in Baltimore. The reason why I find that more concerning is because it's along the I-95 corridor, which is like one of the most popular places to be in the U.S. And Baltimore is like a neighbor city to Washington, D.C., so that's another way it's really concerning to us. It's really not that far away from D.C., and it's along the I-95 corridor, like one of the most popular places in the country. So yeah, the bridge collapsed at 1:30 in the morning because a cargo ship hit into it, and there were people that fell into the water. 2 were rescued, 1 was injured, 1 was like critically hurt. And the search continues for 6 other people, and they're still trying to investigate what's going on here. Yeah, thankfully it's not on I-95 because that would have been a bigger disaster, but it's really concerning that it happened in Baltimore when it's in one of the most popular places to be in the U.S. The East Coast, the whole eastern United States is like one of the most popular places to be in the United States. And Baltimore is one of the cities where it's popular. Yeah, the I-95 corridor, that's a really popular place in this country. And I also find it concerning that I had to make this video because I had some history with Baltimore. Heck, before I was even born. I remember the Ravens crushed the Giants in the Super Bowl back in 2001. Even though I wasn't born yet. Yeah, so I had good and bad times with my memories of Baltimore. So yeah, it's starting off with before I was born, and we had the Ravens crush the Giants in the Super Bowl. And then one of the good memories is that my parents actually went to Baltimore before I was born, and they took Amtrak down there, like before I was born. I think this was like in the late 90s or in early 2000s. Or 2000, I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask my parents again. And then we went back in 2010. As we all know this, I went to Baltimore back in 2010, back in August of 2010, and I was there for 4 days exploring the place. And I went to Sesame Place for 2 days after that, and I came back home that Saturday. Yeah, I went to Baltimore back in August of 2010, as we all know. I was there for 4 days, I went to Sesame Place afterwards, and I went back home. And that is also where I had Season 2 of Character Elimination back in 2016, which is something that shouldn't really be mentioned, And yeah, the Yankees and the Orioles share the same division. But I don't really hate the Orioles that much. I don't really hate them. It's Boston I still hate, but not so much the Orioles because I'm still a Mets fan. So yeah, I had some good and bad times with Baltimore. Like besides the sports and all that stuff and the vacation. We actually passed by Baltimore when we were heading to Disney back in March of 2013 when we drove that one time. So yeah, I vacationed there in 2010, I drove past there in 2013, and I did a character elimination series on that back in 2016, which happened to be season 2. And that was a rare season 2 of character elimination because normally many users didn't start off with a city in season 2. It was like a return, or it was just like some typical character elimination in season 2, but I shouldn't really go into that. But most users don't really start off with a city in season 2. I, yeah, my series was like a really rare one. But most importantly, I hope there's not that many deaths or injuries from the bridge, but today it was really concerning. A cargo ship crashes into the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore Harbor, and it crashes into the ocean, all thanks to a cargo ship. And there was a construction crew that fell into the water, and the water temperature was like in the mid 40s, which is cold water. And this is a really serious situation of what's going on here. I actually first heard about this at like 7 in the morning while I was heading to work. I was really shocked of what I was hearing this morning. I actually heard on my dad's radio when I was heading to work. Yeah, I was really shocked of what was going on. Because of all places, it had to be in Baltimore. Yeah, they're still trying to find out what it is, and hopefully those other 6 become rescued soon. Hopefully they're not injured or dead. So I guess that's it.